make it very clear, I was never part of PACT. I attended a meeting in Chelsea Hotel in Abuja because I was invited by Ikubese. But before Ikubese invited me, I had invited Ikubese to join us because, you know, he came to Abuja to our events, our town hall meeting, and I find him to be very accommodating. I called him, I said, hey, Ikubese, it looks like we can work together. And he said, hey, Sowore, let's talk more. I have contact with Fela, and so I decided that why don't you bring Fela and we can have a meeting in Abuja to discuss how all of us can work together. So we had a meeting at my hotel in Abuja. Fela didn't show up. He said he was tired. The next day we went to Chelsea Hotel. By the time we got to Chelsea Hotel, it wasn't me and Ikubese anymore or Fela. We saw 18 guys up thereabout. So many of them I've never heard about them before, but that is not to say that they don't exist. I just didn't know them. And I started to feel uncomfortable with that high number of presidential aspirants. So, and I told them I wasn't joining any coalition anymore. It was shortly after PDP had set up their coalition of sorrow, as I used to call it, cup of sorrow. And so that evening, we went to Charlie Boy's house. I'd also arranged with Charlie Boy to bring in some of these presidential aspirants to just kind of chill with him and have conversation about the future. When we got to Charlie Boy's house, we made a bunch of decisions. But something disturbed me. One of the presidential aspirants did say at that meeting that he had met, or they had met with some elders, and the elders were tired of ruling Nigeria. They want to hand over power to us and young people, but they want us to present an acceptable candidate. That kind of worried me a lot. I was questioning, who is an acceptable candidate? I said to them, I rose up in that meeting and I said, I can never accept that we'll take a decision here that will present a candidate to the elders. I even used the example of 1992 when SDP met and some politicians said they would appoint Abiola to become a candidate because that was the only person acceptable to the military. I told them, I said, whatever became of Abiola, I'm against these elders who have destroyed the country, can't be part of it. Anyways, after that, we, had some informal events, including a video where they started making some kind of weird suggestion that we should step down for each other. I said, that wasn't what I came here for. Anyway, when I appeared in front of the video, I said, well, I will work with you guys to present a united front to defeat the old guards. That was the last time I attended any meetings of PACT, that is presidential aspirants coming together. Never participated in the activities. But before we left, at Charlie Boy's house, our Mumundondu decided that we should hold a protest at INEX office, where we would demand for the extension of voters, a continuous voter registration exercise. And all the aspirants were not only supposed to make some contributions, but were supposed to show up at this protest. Protest day happened, we took all our people there, nobody showed up, except towards the end of the protest, Kingsley Moghalu showed up claiming that he was held up, he was flying in from Lagos. But he did participate, in all fairness to him, and I started to look at it and said, these guys are probably not interested in what I'm interested in, which is to shake the table so hard that all of these old people will fall off the table and all the bad guys will fall off the wagon so that Nigeria can move forward. Long and short of it, that was the last participation I had. Next time I see they are sponsored a write-up against me that, somehow I was working against them. But that wasn't my problem. We did reach out to all our people to say, look, this is the reason we pulled out. And I have to say to you, I was never part of PACT. I never participated in their activities. And so there was no way I could have accepted to be part of it, going by what I saw. But most importantly, it was also that I didn't feel that PACT represented my aspiration. The way they were talking, one of them accused us of being too emotional. He said, Sowore's people are too emotional. And I said, if you have been in bondage for 58 years, if you don't have an emotional problem, you have a problem. Because this operation has lasted for too long. So that gave me the impression that PACT was not the kind of place I wanted to be. Regardless, I have to say that I appreciate and respect their decision, and to have a consensus candidate. We don't know what the outcome is. I had a signed agreement. It's even beautiful that in democracy there has to be a variety of options. I was even worried that we might be setting ourselves up for failure if we put all our eggs in the same baskets, considering that some of us are a little bit too radical for the kind of organization or coalition that PACT was putting together. They said it to me that they felt that my own was too much, and I don't have any apologies for that. This is where I've always been. This is how I've always been. This is where I stand. That in taking Nigeria to the next level, the process has to be revolutionary. People, please, can you have us share this video? We want to get to a higher number today. Please share the video. Share the video. So I decided not to join PACT. I wasn't part of PACT. Anybody who claimed that Sowore was part of the pack of PACT didn't tell you the truth. By the time we were with PACT, also, we didn't have a political party. A few days after we went to that meeting, we had a full political party. Our political party is now on the ground in Nigeria. It's called AAC Take It Back. AAC Take It Back, and Take It Back, you say action. And now we're registering people. People are registering in droves. We are reaching out to the grassroots. And the interesting thing I was told today is that even some of the people in the park, which was the decision we took the first day, should first and foremost become candidates of their different political parties. How can you be a candidate of a consensus candidate for a group of young people when you don't have a political party? And at that time, I was the only person who didn't have a political party, because even when they asked me to introduce myself, I said, my name is Omoyele Sowore. They said, what's your party? I said, I am a presidential aspirant of yet to be declared party. They laughed at me. Yet to be declared party is YTDP. They laughed at me. But a few days later, we had a party, and our party is doing very well now. It's called AAC, and it's one of the most popular parties in Nigeria today. So there's nothing to worry about. All our supporters, I'm using this opportunity to address you that there's nothing to worry about. We're at 1,000 now. We want to reach more than 1,000 today. Please share this. Yes, that's what they claim, that our ideas were just too radical for PACT. A lot of them didn't like the fact that we're in the face of our oppressors and the way we're expressing ourselves. They were more the type who felt that the old people were tired, and if we have some kind of cooperation with the old people will hand over power to us. I said to them, like, nobody will give you power. You take power. That's the way it works. And that was how we were able to resolve that issue, and we left. We've since set up our own party, and our party is doing very well. I just want to thank you all for making it possible for us to get to where we are today. I am not deriding whatever decision was taken by PACT. It's their prerogative, it's their right to choose a consensus candidate. But I have also seen comments by some people who we went to park together the first day, who are now distancing themselves from that. We took the best decision that we should have taken, which is to ensure that we do not back ourselves into a corner as we are fighting a system that is rotten and destructive. It's very important. That is why we didn't participate in PACT. We have a political party now. Our political party is the coalition of the oppressed, the coalition of the willing, and the coalition of the resistant people against the oppressive class in Nigeria. That's what is most important to us. We want to encourage our followers, do not attack anybody in PACT, do not attack their position. It's a right, and we have a right to stay where we are, but we understand that the only way to have a Nigeria of our dream is to fight a revolutionary fight to take Nigeria back. And in the course of doing that, we're going to step on toes, we're going to have to do a lot of fighting. And I have to tell you, I met Fela Drotoye for the first time during that period, right? Nice guy, I have to tell you, I like fella a lot. I like him. He's a pretty cool guy, and you know, it's just not important to attack anybody. Eventually, as I mentioned to you before, it will get to a point where, you know, we will have to work together. Right? If anybody is looking for the progress of Nigeria, they will somewhere, somehow find their way to us, because we are the party to beat. You know, look at Saraki today. You know, he announced his run for presidency. Nobody takes him serious, because nobody wants to hear that another thief is coming near the Nigerian treasury. And they're not even hiding his own, you know, shenanigans. His supporters are saying that they know that he's a thief, but he's a thief that can, you know, grow the Nigerian economy. They call it loot and grow, right? So somebody's asking for volume. Can you, if you can't hear me very well, I'm using a device today that's a little bit, yeah. So yeah. So let's just take it that this is, please, as I'm talking to you, share these videos so that all of our people can hear us loud and clear. Of Nigerians, we're seeing increased interest in our campaign online. This is our second campaign that arrived in the US, and we're doing nothing less than 1,000 views. And as soon as we head off here, probably you see even over 20,000 views. It's good. It's a great thing. We're going to defeat these guys. We'll defeat PDP. We'll defeat APC. And we'll defeat every other coalition that is not working in the interest of Nigerian people. But the reason I'm calling on all of you not to go on the offense against any young person that is at this point out there is that eventually they will come back to us. They'll come back to us. And we need that. Anybody, you know, that is not working for us at this time is probably not interested in seeing a better Nigeria. I'm not saying that simply because we are doing what we're doing that others are not good. We're just saying that we're the greatest out there. And this coalition, this our party, this our movement is the best. It's a combination of everything. It's a combo, as we call it. Please share, 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 share. Make sure that everybody is hearing us loud and clear. At this point, I'll take questions. If you have questions, please throw in your question. If you want to register as a member of our party, kindly go to our website. It's aacparty.org or aacparty.com, and you can find a way to register there. Frederick Mosheshe, yes, that's our Delta guy. I see Peter Ehen Inehizena. Kenny Obeda, we want to defeat bad governance. That's true. Peter Osas, you told us in your last video that you wrote to Ramiho. What did you say? I haven't gotten any response from Ramiho, but again, please, I want to plead with all of you not to get distracted. You know, we will have some other things. There's a lot of work to do. We have 36 states in Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory. We have people abroad. We cannot get bogged down by personal issues. We will try and solve them. If it's something we can solve, we'll reach out to everybody. We have to play the big brother, the big father, you know, the brotherhood is stronger than just, you know, personal issues, like I said. Somebody said we need 2,000 views. Can we do that? Can we really do that? Maybe we can get to 2,000 views today. That would be really cool. So, Kunle Ajala, you say, when am I calling you? You know, as soon as I get credit, I'll call you. Mr. Sowore, you're right. If they need you, they will come. Peter, you know, we're strongly behind you. Thank you. Up AAC, yes, thank you so much. Edmond Akintoday just has surprised as a consensus candidate. Are you then bowing out? No, there's no bowing out. Be very clear. We were never part of, what I'm saying here is that we're never part of PACT. So there's no point. Whatever decision PACT took was for people who signed up to the PACT. We're never part of that. But again, don't let us waste our time discussing for or against what happened at PACT. We need the fact that we even have young people at this time coming out strongly to say, hey, we want to defeat the old guy. We must support everybody who wants to do it. Eventually, I have this strong belief that everybody will come back to us. They will realize and understand that the real deal is AAC and take it back. I have no doubt. And so there's a reason why we should not be upset with the decision taken today to choose Fela Durotoye as the presidential aspirant, not a candidate now, because there's no party. I don't even know that Fela has resolved. I think they resolved the issue with ANN, but he's not a candidate. Yes, he has to become a candidate, and that was what we told them at the beginning. Let everybody go and become a candidate first. Then we can come and discuss being an having a consensus candidate. But apparently that's too late now. We're good. We're doing well, and we will defeat these old guys. Yes.